wide here.
Leffler has fought his way back into that 7th position. A little further back, there's Boyer, Menard, Ryan Newman's in this mess as well as they are moving around, jockeying for position. That is all for position on the racetrack in that group. Meanwhile, up front, Jamie McMurray, if he's got a loose lug nut, it's not holding him up right now.
No, he's not letting him slow him down any right at this moment, but that's obviously something that would get worse. Sometimes you go back out and you're running so fast you start feeling things that you haven't felt before in the race car. These are the fastest laps these guys have run all night.
All right, let's go back to that group led by Logano in 9th, Newman, Menard, Sorensen, Allgaier, all in this mix. There's also some lap vehicles in there as well as like Stenhouse Jr. in the 6th.
To go back just a second to what these guys might be talking about and feeling in these wheels possibly being loose. This racetrack, see, Casey Kane does have a problem now.
Yeah, something's wrong with the engine in that 38.
We saw a puff of smoke, and he is high on the racetrack waiting to get cleared to come down low.
2, you're clear after this. You're all clear. All clear.
And he can make it to the commitment cone. So again, we talked at the beginning of the broadcast. 6 prior races.
Right side to the fender. Right side to the fender.
And 4 times he's had finishes 26th or worse, and it's always been either a crash or a mechanical. And here comes another problem here on the 38th. Now, we heard the right fender. Let's take a look.
I think he got loose over here. May have gotten into a car with the 22 of Brad Keselowski.
Yeah, this may not be an engine problem after all.
Yeah, it's definitely sideways there.
There's where the smoke was coming from. Yeah. Yeah, we didn't see that. They might be able to get that fixed and back out.
So great camera work, guys, to catch it. Dave?
Yep, and they're confirming that it is definitely just the right front. They're working on tugging on that right front fender, and no motor issues listed right now. The hardest thing was finding him a spot to get down out of that high groove on the racetrack, but now it looks like the damage may be even worse as they continue underneath there, guys. And remember, for Casey, the only thing here is winning. They're not going for points, and that opportunity is quickly going away.
Well, yeah, he's already lost 1 lap, and it looks like he'll officially lose 2 before this is over. Now, that 38 car has had 10 DNFs in 2010 entering tonight. Checking in once again with Ryan Newman as he's got Reed Sorensen about a half a second behind him. That is for 9th on the racetrack. Meanwhile, Jamie McMurray is doing A-OK up front despite the fact that he felt that vibration. 0.6 of a second lead over Kyle Busch. There he is on the backstretch. 77 starts since McMurray's last Nationwide Series win. That was Darlington back in 04. Looking down at our race leaders, 1st and 2nd, Jamie McMurray, followed by Kyle Busch. Go to Goodyear.com to show your thanks and help support our troops. Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR. And thanks, guys, for the great aerials tonight. Jamie McMurray's lead, 0.7 of a second. They sort of give and take depending on which lap we're looking at. But there's Kyle right behind him. And let's update you on the 38 of Casey Kane. He is 3 laps down, back out on track in 21st. And I think Dave has the remnants of that tire.
Marty, that is the right front tire for Casey Kane, and this is the first layer of the right front tire for Casey Kane. This was all wrapped around the right front rotor. That's why they had to take the extra time. This is normally where the rubber meets the road, but this is where it met a real problem for Casey Kane on pit road. They had to get that out of the rotor before he went back out.
Trouble for the hometown favorite, Reed Sorensen. He is into the wall hard. He was running 10th at the time on one of only 13 cars on the lead lap.
Yeah, this is bad for Reed Sorensen. It's also going to be terrible for Kevin Harvick, who has no new sets of tires left. These other guys are going to put on new tires, so Harvick's going to be a sitting duck here.
Start packing it up, guys.
Yeah, because remember, we only have, well, it'll be now 12 cars on the lead lap because Sorensen would have been the 13th. Let's go back and see what happens. There's Ricky Stenhouse above him.
Okay, see Sorensen moves up there, slides up in front, but just jumps out from underneath him.
It's very similar to what we saw with Ryan Newman earlier when he got into the back of Trevor Bayne.
I'm not sure there was contact, though.
No, I don't think that there was contact there with the. I think the 32, just as he got up there, and you get the car probably pushing a lot right there. You give a little tug on the wheel, and then it just snaps loose.
15th DNF for Braun Racing due to crashes in 2010. We already documented what happened to the 38. We'll tell you more about that when we get a moment.
Yeah, he ended up 3 laps down. Casey Kane did, making that green flag stop.
Of course, the last time we saw Casey in the 38 back at Bristol, he was up on his side on that deal.
I don't think Kevin Harvick's going to be alone up there on the lead lap. I think maybe Josh Wise, as I look down, Justin Allgaier, even Jason Leffler may be in that same situation of not having tires. I believe Leffler may have stayed out there, though, but it's definitely going to be a bad break for Harvick in trying to win this race.
And it looks like Ricky Stenhouse will get the lucky dog. So that'll give us 13 cars again, as there you saw climbing out Reed Sorensen. So that's the best news out of that, because that was a hard hit, nose first. And it looks like Harvick's guys are set up.
Well, they've got something to put on. I don't know if they'll be stickers or not, but they'll put something on.
Jamie McMurray's crew as well. Remember, he was worried about the vibration, but it didn't seem to affect him as he maintained the lead. Now, Brad Keselowski has decided to stay out. Let's go to Doc.
4,000 RPMs, 45 miles an hour for Kyle Busch. Said, I'm loose in and tied off. Very frustrated. He said, I cannot run the top of the racetrack. They're going back in with a half a round in that left rear they'd taken out earlier and an air pressure adjustment. Jamie.
And Kevin Harvick says he can't run the bottom of the racetrack now. A little bit of an air pressure adjustment. He needs more rear grip. The final 4 tires in the pit box, Dave.
McMurray said the thing shook like crazy for 10 laps and then stopped. So they're going to change the 4 tires. He will maintain his second place position, and they put fuel in it for that balance of the weight in the race car.
So as we mentioned, as you see everybody coming off pit road, with Justin Allgaier the last one, he's in 12th position right now. And a great pit stop for Kyle Busch. Remember, they did not have such a good stop the one prior. Stay with us. We'll reset the field for you when we come back. Make sure to go to Goodyear.com to check out Goodyear Support Our Troops program. There you can send a thank you message from a NASCAR driver, enter for a chance to win a 2011 Ford Taurus, and other great prizes. All right, let's take a look at Brad Keselowski. You know, he's got 10 Nationwide Series wins. Now, he stayed out, but none of them have been on 1.5-mile tracks. Let's listen to the strategy.
We're on a different strategy. We weren't going to win doing the same thing they did. So, you know, however it works out, this is our taking a shot to win this thing. I'm good with it.
10-4. That's what we're going to have to do. I don't know. I feel confident we'll get no yellow. We'll see. If we don't, the worst we're going to finish is 12.
Oh, that's great. I think this is a great gamble because they did not have a winning car. The worst they're going to finish, like he says, 12th. That's how many cars are on the lead lap. We're 13 now.
He and Keselowski and Wise stayed out. They're on the front row. But don't forget Brad's favorite buddy, closest personal friend, Christmas coming along soon. Kyle Busch is going to be right behind him as we go back to green flag racing. There he is in the 18. And look at McMurray sliding in between. Here comes Busch on the low side. And boy, fresh tires are really critical.
Oh, yeah, Keselowski's going to get out of the way or try to get out of the way of these cars that have tires.
Yeah, that'd be their biggest problem, not getting run over right here in this particular. Jamie McMurray thought if he could get out front, he might could get Kyle Busch trapped back there and get a little distance put in between him and Kyle. Well, that didn't happen.
If anybody was worried about Keselowski and Kyle getting together, they can forget it because Brad is going back like a rock.
You see Harvick got loose. Carl Edwards got right on his rear bumper in turn 3.
Keselowski just moved out of the way and said, okay, you go ahead, boys. I'll come back and see you later if we get another caution.
There you see him sliding back. In fact, he's now shown in 10th position. It's McMurray up front, Kyle Busch, then Edwards, Harvick, Kenseth, Logano. That's your top 6 heading down the backstretch.
Never seen so many spark slider cars going in the corner.
Well, once again, they're running their fastest laps. They've got more downforce on them right now.
Give you a quick update. The 32, Reed Sorensen, he has been released from the infield care center, and that's good news. And here comes Kyle.
Yeah, made a great run off of turn 4 right there.
Remember, Kyle has never won here at Atlanta. Neither has Joe Gibbs Racing.
And they're not out of the throttle hardly at all right there. You hear McMurray just barely crack it.
And, of course, I mean the Nationwide Series. They have won, of course, in Cup.
I was talking to Jamie McMurray saying tonight, do you think on new tires you can run wide open around here? He said some of these guys might. He said, I don't think I can, but they may.
Ryan
really
Newman
stretched it the last lap.
Menard, look at Leffler in this mix as well. He's running in 9th. At one point in this race, he was a lap down. Whoa, got awfully close to touching with the 98 of Menard. There's Casey Kane back out. Remember, Kane now is 3 laps down after having that tire.